And I want to say to you, you must never forget that the presence of God is something that does not come and go. The presence of God is constantly with you. You go through the book of Psalms, you go through the New Testament and see how many times the Lord reassures us, I am with you even unto the end of the age. My God. I need to repeat this. Jesus said solemnly. In fact, in the King James Version, he says, verily, verily. I like that. Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am with you, even unto the end of the age. He says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He was not joking. He meant exactly what he said. I will never leave you nor forsake you. And then now you go to the book of Psalm chapter 139, where the psalmist is under a prophetic revelation. And he says, where shall I go from thy presence, O God? Where shall I flee from the Spirit of God? I cannot hide from the presence of God. The psalmist had realized there's literally nothing you can do to escape the presence of God. There's no place in the world you can go to hide from the Spirit of God. Why is that the case? It's because you cannot run away from yourself. This is an important point worth repeating. Since you cannot run away from yourself, the psalmist says you cannot run away from God. That's another way of saying God is in you. If God were not in you, it would be possible to hide from him. It would be possible to run away from him. So the psalmist, therefore, had accepted the idea, Christ in me, the hope of glory. Since Christ is in me, I cannot run away from Christ who is in me, because running away from Christ is equivalent to running away from myself. And it is not possible to hide from myself. Oh Lord, this is wonderful news. So now we are saying to you, according to Exodus chapter 20, verse 13, the Denzel Zulu translation, you shall not kill the divine presence of God in you. So how do people attempt to kill the divine presence? Listen to this. You shall not entertain any feeling of God's absence from you. Which means killing the presence of God means accepting a feeling that says, God is not here. Since I cannot feel him, perhaps he's absent. God is not there. Every one of us, we go through some difficult times where we feel as if we are alone. We don't feel the presence of God, and then the devil starts to tempt us into accepting the idea that perhaps God is not there. And at that moment, we need to be reminded what Brother Denzel is teaching tonight. You shall not kill the presence of God by saying, God is not with me. God is not here. Remind yourself at that moment, God is here with me now. Emmanuel. I cannot flee from the presence of God. I cannot hide from the presence of God.